we are reviewing Strangers Chapter 2.
Do we have an answer of what it is?
We don't have an answer, but we have a direction. A better understanding, I should say. So I'm going to read my first reaction of Chapter 2, and then I'll get into my full review of what I thought about this film.
Okay.
All right. Whenever you're ready. The Strangers Chapter 2 veers away from gory tropes to lean more into the psychological. Continuing the terror throughout the same night of events from Chapter 1, this sequel manages to ratchet up your anxiety during a 90-minute stress-inducing and sometimes over-elaborate chase scene. However, with added backstory to its lore, The Strangers Chapter 2 differentiates itself from the rest of the franchise by attempting to turn the popular dollface, pinup girl, and man in a mask into three-dimensional antagonists. But as fans of the series, I fear what may divide audiences is the writer's eagerness to possibly answer questions true fans just never really wanted answered.
Yeah, we don't need to know who these people are, because that's the scary part.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't show me who's behind the mask.
Yeah, so...
I don't want to know the reason why they're doing what they're doing. Like, I legit don't.
So...
Because it's scarier that way. That's what fed the first movies, even the lore, bro. Like, I remember talking to you and other friends at a time when we were like, when we discussed this film, how like, yeah, no, the scariest part about this movie is that like, it can happen to anybody for any reason whatsoever. And it's okay because, bro, like, the violence is very real, especially in this country. Senseless, random violence that's extremely real in this country. So when we saw that portrayed in that movie, it was kind of like, you know, eye-opening, you know, just because, like, obviously, like, any, you know, it can happen to anybody. Yeah. But the fact, like, we never seen it so, like, without an explanation on film before, right? Because, like, they always give you the why of, like, the killer, right? And not in the first Strangers.
Oh, no.
Some random ass people.
It was because you were home.
Yeah, you were home.
It was because
you were home. What are you talking about? Like,
so, my overall experience with this film... It's not a bad horror movie.
Yeah.
It is a very psychological movie. And I made a joke in my new interview that you guys got to check out on WeAreCritiX.com. I'm going to keep plugging it. And it's on Twitter too, by the way. I made a joke and they laughed because they knew it was true. I said, how does it feel to be able to carry such a elaborate chase scene by yourself? Because the whole movie is literally a chase scene. That's where I was like, this is kind of cool because the first film really sets you up. It sets you up. If you don't remember the ending, so I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It sets you up for what you get in 2, which essentially kind of plays out like Halloween 2, the original, where it's the same night. And
the chase continues.
The chase continues, basically. Mm-hmm. So that part of it, I was like, all right, I get it. I see. All right, it's a 3-act movie. Mm-hmm. It's 3 movies that plays like one movie. First act, middle, and then the end. There's some weird shit that happens within this 90 minutes of, you know, chasing that I was just like, are they running out of things to do or did they really want to put that in there? One of the questions that I referred to with her again in the interview referred to the first interview where I had asked her, what was the craziest stunt that you did? Because she was really pressing about how she really wanted to do, and I'm talking about Madelaine Petsch, by the way, the star of the movie. She wanted to really, you know, own her own stunts. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, what was the craziest stunt that you did? And she was like, well, the craziest stunt that I did was actually in Chapter 2. So she kind of gave me a nod.
Be on the lookout.
Without telling me. Mm-hmm. So during this interview, I said, was that stunt that you told me about, had something to do with the 4-legged thing? And she's like, good intuition. That is exactly what it was. So that is the part where I was like...
You're like, damn, that's the best you had?
No, not that it was the best that you had. No. That's not what I'm saying. It's intense. It's just why? Like, whose idea was that? Like, you'll be like...
This has nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, you'll be like, what? Yeah, like that. It really threw me. So
it's a curveball.
It kind of breaks up the monotony. It kind of just like, you know what? Let's throw a curveball just to kind of keep their attention.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing that really pulled me out of the story. But other than that, I was just like, all right. And then And then, the questions being answered that I'm really not sure how people are going to feel. I'm just like, bring on 3 at this point. I want to see what's going on. And
you want to review it as a whole.
Yeah. I don't even want to I don't want to trash this because it was a great step. Like, it was better than the first one, not the original. It was better than chapter 1. All right, let's see what you guys are. What are you doing? What's going on? I will give you this tease that Courtney gave me, the producer, because I had made a reference to certain horror movie tropes in the film. And I was like, you guys are really paying homage to a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of Halloween 2, The Shining, a little bit of Cujo. And he said, well, if you think you got Shining from this one,
wait till you see what we got cooking. Yeah.
I'm like, what does that even mean? And then he looks at Madelaine and she concurs. She agrees, like, oh yeah, Shining. What is going on in chapter 3? That's where I'm at right now. Like, overall, Strangers chapter 2, step up from 1.
I mean, we like The Shining.
We love The Shining. We love all those movies that I referenced. But can everyone do it right? You know, can you redo Kubrick?
No, dude, hell no. That's why a man's beloved as he is.
Yeah. So I will say that this film is a solid checkout. If you are a fan of the Strangers stuff, it's a different spin. Don't compare it to its original. Chapter 1, I know it wasn't loved by everyone, but it still exists. This movie
still exists.
This movie makes chapter 1 better.
Okay.
Because before I interviewed them, I watched them both back to back.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, all right, I do kind of feel like I'm watching one thing. I feel like I'm watching one thing, and I just need the ending. I'm curious about the ending because I'm just like, come on, this is dragging out. Like, the second one, you guys want to do something different, but it's like, I'm waiting. They should have did a thing where they dropped each part in the same year. You know what I mean? But they were still filming, because when I did the interview, he said, we're still wrapping up on filming for chapter 3. Yeah, but there is a post-credit scene in this one, same as there was in the first one.
To feed it.
Yeah, to feed it. Yeah, Strangers chapter 2 drops the 26th of this month, so make sure you guys go check that out. That's this weekend coming up, right?
Yeah.